is going to be a little scandalous and kind of lighthearted because I feel like I just filmed a storytime video that was actually very like traumatic. So I was like, okay, let me think of a time in my life that I wasn't so dramatic and a relationship story that is more fun and funny than depressing, because I feel like we all have depressing stories. I just feel like there's so many depressing relationship stories. Why not make one funny? This probably maybe comes across sad to some people because by the way, I got like new silk sheets and they keep like sliding off, so yeah, I'm like literally sliding down as I'm doing this video. But I thought I would just do a lighthearted one. Like I said, this could probably be sad to some people because it literally paints me as just like this huge hoe bag, and that's just what it is. Okay, so this is going to be about my date with a porn star. Okay, so disclaimer, I don't really have anything against porn people at all. I don't know. Actually, like, people are like, oh, porn people are like gross, but they actually are like the most tested people because they have to get tested like every 2 weeks. So they're actually very like safe when it comes to civilian sex, I guess you could say. I don't know. So I think the misconception that porn stars are like gross, it was something that never really like phased me really. So I don't know. That's just a disclaimer, and I have nothing against porn stars or this particular porn star. Just it is what it is, and I think it's kind of a funny story. So I did a video called All About My Past in Porn so long ago. I was an extra in 2 porn movies, just unbeknownst to me. It was on like a legit casting website. They needed like background people for like a beach scene, and I'm like, okay. There wasn't any sex happening in the one that I'm talking about. It was, you know, the sex was like later. We were in a scene that they were just acting. I don't know. But there was no like sex going on. I mean, but once we were there, I was aware of it because prior to this, I had done another one where I was on an accidental porn set. And that was a little more amateurish. So this one was like a professional. I want to say hustler, don't quote me on it. It was called This Ain't Jaws, for those of you who know. I don't even know if I'm in like the final one. We're literally in the background, like on the beach. But when you go to a porn set, they have you do this weird thing that they don't have you do at like movie sets, where you like hold your ID next to your face and say like, this is me, and like, I'm not drunk. No one made me do this. Like, it's very bizarre. It's kind of weird. But I figured once, or I knew once that happened on this particular set, that this was like a porn set, and they told us like it was a porn parody, and like they kind of trick you a little bit, but you do have the choice to leave after you find out. I did not leave. People were cool. I hung out with like, there was like girls and guys there, and like no porn looking people, just very normal people. There of course were 2 porn stars in this scene, or maybe there was 3. It was 2 guys and a girl. I think there was a girl. Like I said, we were very like, they were like acting. There was no like sex or anything happening. So we were just kind of like chilling in the background, like sort of thing. Porn people don't really talk to like us civilians, us background actors really. There was a scene where we had to like run or walk across or something, and the one male porn star had said something about, he made a comment about my butt. At this time too, I was dancing, and so I was like, I wasn't really eating a lot. I was like kind of like toned, but I still had like kind of like a big butt sort of thing, like a wide butt. And he said something about like my butt looking good or whatever, and I was like, oh, like, okay, they're not talking to us, but he's talking to me. It's, I don't know, it's like so stupid. I feel like any sort of like flirtation is like exciting, like, I don't know, I get excited about, like, it doesn't matter who it is. Like if it's like the main person talking to me, I get excited. I don't know, it was stupid. I was also like 21 or something like that at the time. I was very young. But anyways, nothing really, that was it. That was like the only flirtation, not like he asked for my phone number or anything. So then I just started following him on Twitter. I don't know if I took a picture with him, or I don't know why. I guess I just started following him on Twitter. And then about a week later from the shoot, he put out a tweet that said something that he was gonna go watch like a game at some bar in Santa Monica, and he wants someone to go with, who wants to go with him. And I like jokingly was like, me. I was like, you know what I mean by jokingly, like you do it to be funny, not really expecting like a response. I don't know, like, 'cause we didn't know each other like that, so I kind of was not expecting, I don't know, whatever. But then he like DM'd me, and he's like, hey, yeah, he goes, we met, right? And I so clearly didn't really know who I was, and I was like, yeah, like we was on This Ain't Jaws with you or whatever. And he's like, awesome, I'll pick you up, give me your address. I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know, I feel like when you're 21 especially, I think everyone goes through phases that they think porn stars are so cool. I still think porn stars are so cool. I think it's like cool, like kind of what they do, because it's something I could never do. I just don't have the balls to do that on camera. I think even though like deep down I felt like I could be that kind of person, I I can't. Not now, but when I was younger. So people like Jenna Jameson and just any porn stars, and some porn stars are not attractive, but he was very handsome. And he was actually the porn Elvis, because we went back and forth on DMs and he told me he was like the porn Elvis or something, like in the Elvis porn parody. And he was very good looking, very, very good looking. Like, I think the people I date generally are not the like traditional like hot studs. You know, they're good looking to me and they're good looking people, but they're not the like, you know, all American, everyone's gonna agree that's a good looking person. That's how this guy was. So I was just like really flattered. He had a really good body and he's a porn star, and I was like, wow, this is like really cool. And he's taking me out to a bar to watch a game, and unbeknownst to me, we go to the bar and he's like meeting people there, like friends that he knows that he played volleyball with. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And his friends were super nice, super chill. The couples were so nice. There was two guys and a girl, and then the one guy and girl were a couple, and then there was just a guy by himself. And I think there might have been another girl who left, but the girls were so sweet and inviting. They were not porn stars, and I don't even think that they knew all that much that he was a porn star. Maybe they kind of knew but just didn't talk about it, sort of thing. There's normal people, normal jobs, normal lives. The one couple was married, and they were just so nice and inviting to me. And they asked how we met, and I said, oh, through Dale's work. So they probably assumed I was a porn star. I don't know. Later, I don't know what they assumed. They were very nice and very sweet, and it was a lot of fun. It was actually like one of the funnest dates I've been on. And again, just so normal, so fun. So this is where dating a porn star gets really interesting. I don't even think, I feel like I could say his name. I feel like it wouldn't matter if I said his name really, but this is where it gets interesting. So afterwards, I was living, well, I don't know who I was living with at the time. I don't know if I definitely was with roommates of some sort. I'm not sure if it was my sister or a guy. I don't really know. All I know is he definitely could not come back up to my place, and I think he lived pretty far, is what he said. And so he went to drop me back off, and I had a little bit too much to drink, for sure. Not drunk, but a little too much to drink. And he's just like, we like made out when we got in the car. So juvenile. We got in the car, and I think I might have said, this is where the hoe in me comes out, where I'm like, I wish I could F you, but you know, I have roommates, and it was just, or else I would do you so bad right now. Like, I was acting very forward about it. And I remember going through the Sepulveda Pass on the 405 and pulling over. It was like kind of gated. It was like a place where you could go up the mountain. There was like no homes or anything, but you could go up the mountain, but it was like kind of gated. But he kind of like parked by the gate and like took me around it. And we had sex outside on the 405 freeway. And it was really kind of exciting because I'm not a person who has sex outside and in random places, and it was really exciting to me, and the sex was like pretty good. I mean, I will say it wasn't like the best I've ever had. You think, you know, boning a porn star, no pun intended, his name had bone in it, just FYI. You know, you would think boinking a porn star, you're gonna get the best sex of your life. It was good, and I think it was so good because we were out where cars were like driving by, and like his car kind of hit us, but I was terrified, and it was kind of amazing that it added to the sex, and it was amazing. And to this date, the hardest body I've ever had sex with. Like, he had a really hot bod. It was very crazy. But I also know that's not my type because, like I said, I wasn't as stimulated as I normally am with people I have sex with because of the hard body. It kind of threw me off because it was like so hard, and I'm just not used to a hard body. But it was exciting, and it was very cool. We had sex, and he dropped me off. And we had chatted back and forth a few times via Facebook, and he was very sweet and gentlemanly and said, you know, had a great time and everything. But of course, after that, I think I was seeing someone, actually. I think it might have been the guy. I was like, I don't know, I think I was seeing someone. And then he just ended up moving to Florida, and we never really went out again. But he was a gentleman, and you know, I thought it was fun and exciting to be out, you know, in the open having sex. And it's the only time I've ever had sex in outdoors where like cars are driving by. It's the only time, but it was a rush, I will say that. And I don't know if I'd ever be brave enough to do that again, especially now that I'm on YouTube and stuff. I don't think I'd be brave enough to do that again. And God, to get caught, oh my God, that'd be so embarrassing. But I'll just say his name because he was awesome and he gave me a good time. His name's Dale DeBone. So if you guys watch porn and know Dale DeBone, he was the one that I went out with. He was my one porn star I dated, and he was actually a hot one because some of the guys, not so hot in porn, but he was very hot, very gentlemanly, and it was a good time. It was, you know, it was definitely an experience. So I thought it'd be a fun little story time video because it was very light and very, I don't know, I just think it's kind of funny because I don't feel like I'm someone who would date a porn star. Female porn stars, that's a whole other story. But guy porn stars, there's something else. But he was great and he was funny and actually pretty smart, so who knew? So if you guys enjoyed the storytime video, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see more storytime videos. And as always, I want to say hi to Rick Moranis, and here are my kisses from my little baby fishies. Mwah! Bye guys.